So tonight's project, I'm gonna actually use some of this metal that I've got laying right here. I'm gonna build the frame that will go weld to the wall all the way around the front of the trailer right here. And that's gonna support the wood decking for the floor, and that's where the bed is gonna sit. So let's get going on that. All the angle irons tacked in. Now I just gotta go through and weld it. Alright, so the platform's finally coming together, so maybe you guys can understand what I'm talking about with the storage underneath with that door that I installed over there. So, just a little explanation here. I used 1.5" angle iron, welded that all the way around, and then this is also 1.5" square tubing. It's a pretty thin wall, it's just 60 thousandths thick, so, but you know, where I have a whole bunch of these, and then it's going to be covered by wood, I think it should be fine. If not, I'll figure out something to brace it up a little bit. I was originally going to do 2x4s all the way across here, build it out of wood, but then I got thinking about, you know, it'll probably end up weighing more with the wood, and then I'd lose another, you know, probably 1.5", 1.75" or something of overall height, and so that's going to cut into my bed area plus the storage in the front. So I just decided to go with this 1.5" that I had already bought. So here we are. Another side note, so these are the lights that I have rigged up in here. I just have one of these AC to DC power adapters. It actually came from a set of LED light strips that I bought on Amazon. But got these on Amazon too. They're just like a regular trailer light, but then they have two sides with two separate switches. Some of them, you know, they have a slider switch, but these are two separate ones. And then they have LEDs in them. They're actually pretty bright and they're pretty reasonable price. They're like 30 something bucks for a pack of 3, so not too bad. Got 2 of those up here, and that's all I'm using for lighting right now, and it's actually really good. I'm going to do that throughout the back too. See all that junk there. So as you can see behind me, I've made a little bit of progress since the last footage that I made. Kind of go over what I've done. So this is 1.5" XPS foam. It's this Owens Corning stuff. I actually bought 2" for the ceiling because the roof braces are 1.5", and then I just put an 1.5" strip on, just like I did the walls here, and then that'll raise it out. So I have one way so I can put staples in to hold the wood up on the sides, and then also just so I can get a little bit more insulation in the walls. And then if I did, you know, if I was to do 2" all the way around, then I would have had to cut a 1" strip, and that would have been kind of hard to get something to work for that. So that's what I've done there so far. I'm doing the same thing up here on the roof. I'm getting ready to start putting in the insulation and ceiling. I've got one piece cut. Just got to wedge it up in there. I got a cut it for the wires. Over here in the corner is where I ran the wires down for the solar panel that's on the roof. So I'm gonna have to notch that out, which I'll do here in a second. You know, there's the top. I also wired in another light right here. Those two are missing insulation because I'm gonna put a window right there. That'll be here pretty soon. I'm gonna try to get the ceiling up, and then because I'm gonna have to cut the hole and then put up the wall, then put the window in. I don't wanna be driving around without the window. So that's gonna be once I get a little bit closer. So down here I've already put up the ceiling. It's white. It's this 1/8 inch thick white board I bought from Home Depot. It's just it's slick on one side. Seems pretty sturdy for the weight. And then I temporarily have a battery rigged up in there just so I can run my lights and stuff. So that's kind of a mess right there. But I did the same thing. I insulated underneath this wood right here, just like I did up top. This is the 7/16 Trimax that I got off the walls, so I just kind of repurposed that. Figured down here in the storage bin it'd be good to have sturdier wood, plus a little bit more weight up front is gonna make it tow better too. See if she fits. Oh yeah. God dang, you'd think I was a pro. That's the other thing I learned. So these trailers are not built like straight or square or anything. Like all these pieces are different sizes. It's kind of retarded. Like some of them up here in the front are like, they start out at 12 inches and they end up at 12 3/4 top, just in this little bit. So that's kind of annoying, but oh well. Alright, we got all the insulation in the ceiling up. This wall is just tacked in, so I'm going to need to go through and weld that before I continue with the insulation on the ceiling. And then you can start putting on board. Get the ceiling up, then get the walls up, and get that window cut. Moving right along, only like 1,500 more months, and we'll be done. There's one final tech tip before I end this video. So definitely make sure you go around the outside and seal up between the wall panels of your trailer, like right here on these siding things, and even on this diamond plate on the front, because there's no sealant of any kind in there and water can easily come through those. You wouldn't notice it with the wood on when these trailers are stock, but towing it without the wood, I noticed there was actually water coming through there during a rainstorm, so you don't want anything to be rotten out. I actually just went through, pulled all these screws out on the seams, and then ran a bead of silicone, tightened it back down. It took a little bit, but not too bad. And then I also sealed off that vent, the air vent on the top. Hit me up if you guys have any other questions about the build, how it's going. I'm gonna try to stay on the videos. Just been real hectic, pretty busy with work and stuff going on, but yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so you can follow the rest of the build, and we'll catch you guys next time.